Reformer, the more my revenue. The reformer, the more my revenue. The revenue. The more my revenue. For my, the more my revenue. Oh, 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 welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasting world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 pass last from the kickoff to the final whistle blow. We'll take the two and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With the laugh and
Oh, he's cocked the head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack.
Ahoy!
He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
Wasted World of Sports, ahoy! And how is everybody doing this Friday night? Friday night footy, of course, coming at you. The double header that is, yeah. I think we can all agree that it's a little bit. This game, though, Newcastle Knights versus the Gold Coast Titans, this one has a little chance to be a smoky. Let's be honest about that. When you've got two teams who probably won't be there or thereabouts at the back end of the season, you just never know what they're going to throw up. And quite often, these are the games that can be the smokies of the round, right? Unintentionally, unexpectedly, they quite often go on to be very good, close, hard-fought games. So, fingers crossed that this can persist. Quiz Juice says Firmo has been in some good form lately. Absolutely, and hence why I have included him in my same game multi. Anytime try scorer, big bad Bo Fermor. But before we get into that, just quickly going around the chat room, Quiz Juice, ahoy. Samuel, ahoy. Natalie Green, ahoy there. The Uso, ahoy. Flo Lacey, ahoy. Mr. Ed's dead, ahoy. Natalie Green, Mookie, Marley Prime, ahoy everyone. Welcome along. Friday night footy, yes, hoping for a tri-fest indeed, because we got four legs ready to roll out for this one. Jojo Fafita returns. for the Gold Coast Titans, and I believe he returns straight to the try scorers charts. And he will be joined in the Gold Coast Titans with, I couldn't decide between Fermor and Philip Sami. And whilst I do think there will be a lot of tries tonight, I'm expecting a double, maybe even a triple somewhere along the line. So I had to really condense my try scorers as minimal as possible. So I've linked up Fermor and Sami there in a combo for the Newcastle Knights. Options all over the place, isn't there? Options everywhere. So we've gone for James Schiller and Fletcher Sharp. James Schiller, just on account of the fact that the Gold Coast Titans tend to leak points down their right edge. And down the right edge, that's where James Schiller will find himself attacking. So look for him to get on the try scorer sheet. And of course, the Gold Coast Titans are a little susceptible up the middle as well. Defense really has been optional in season 2025 so far for the Titans. So look for Fletcher Sharp to put on some fancy footwork, maybe even, dare I say, Jerome Luai style. Jerome Luai style up the middle. And he can do some damage there. Fletcher Sharp. Luke Falls, ahoy there, mate. Luke Falls over on the Facebook Live. Wolfie, ahoy, Wolfie. Says, come on, Knights. Flo Lacey's got the Knights by 13 plus. Not a bad choice, that one. But we'll see. I reckon the Titans, with Jojo Fafita back. I mean, Jojo Fafita is not going to make all the difference in the world. I just think that now there's an extra try-scoring threat out there for the Titans. And when they get on a roll, they have been able to carve it up, haven't they? So we'll see. Elijah Plays wants to know who to tip. Oh. I'm tempted to go Titans because they've got to win at some stage, right? And this would be probably their best opportunity in terms of getting a win, but it's hard to go past the Knights at the moment. Newcastle, this is the first time in a long time that they've been able to name the exact same starting lineup. They were talking to Adam O'Brien before the game, and they asked him, what's it like? You've obviously had a lot of injury worries over the course of this season so far. What was it like to finally be able to put the exact same team out there week by week? And he said it was a little bit different. A different feeling, but a good feeling, of course, to be able to put the same team sheet out there. So, I don't know. The Knights, they played themselves back into form last week in Magic Round, didn't they? At home, it's hard to go past the Knights. But I'm just going to throw it out there and sit on the fence at the same time. I would not at all be surprised if there's an upset in this one. Not surprised at all. For the Titans, if they're ever going to win a game, this will be the game. That's my 2 cents anyway, as we count down towards kickoff. Not far away now. Titans, Knights. A little bit of a smoky for match of the round. Well, maybe match of the round might be a slight exaggeration, but you know what I'm saying. Could actually turn out to be a pretty good game. Plenty of try-scoring threats all over the park. Could be a good one. Flo Lacey said if the Knights can replicate last week's performance, we should be right. And that's the key, really, isn't it, for Newcastle? We haven't really seen either of these teams put on a performance week after week. No consistency. So it'll be interesting to see, have the Knights turned the corner? Have they got their act together? It was only against the Rabbitohs, and I apologize, Rabbitohs fans, but you know that your team is incredibly ravaged with injury at the moment. So defeating the Rabbitohs at the moment, as it stands right now in their current form, is not exactly a thing to get overly excited about. Let's just put things in perspective. But if the Knights can come out and go and put on another performance that matches it, then we can say, okay, they've turned the corner. Steph, ahoy there. And Blair 420. Ahoy. Hard to go past the Knights in this one. I've done my best to talk myself out of it. But it is hard to go past them here at home. Off the back of a solid win in Magic Round. Should be the Knights. And, of course, a doubleheader tonight. We've got the Rabbitohs taking on the Brisbane Broncos after this. Oh, boy. Latrell Mitchell coming back. Jamie Humphries, I think, is a massive in for the Rabbitohs. Will it make enough of a difference? The Broncos, they'll be looking to bounce back after that performance against the Panthers. And you would be expecting that they do. But Wayne Bennett, the Wayne Bennett factor, the master coach. Oh, I reckon that's going to be a good game as well. How about this? Since I couldn't pick the Rabbitohs with any confidence, how about we all agree on this? South Sydney to cover the line. Latrell Mitchell returning. Jamie Humphries returning. Brisbane. Rabbitohs 10.5 line at $1.88. I'll have more of a think about that one. Gamer Mel, ahoy there. Welcome along to Friday Night Footy. SS Storm fan, ahoy. How badly the Melbourne Storm let me down in Magic Round, huh? But it's all right because I was let down last night as well. Dolphins getting the job done. Well deserved by the Dolphins, must be said. Parramatta, every time I've picked them this year, bloody hell. Every time I have faith in the Eels this season, they let me down. Dangerous Dan 2022, you're a Dolphin supporter. Well, you must be very happy with last night. Great result there. Herbie Farnworth, huh? Herbie the love bug. Blair 420, you had Adokar and the Hammer. You got none. Well, let's talk about the same game multi last night. So, who did I have? I had Bailey Simonson, who scored a try. And I had Bostock, who scored a try. Now, my remaining two, and this is the beauty and also the pain of same-game multis. So I already had two, and I needed two more. I had Will Penasini, and I had the Hammer. Now, if we recall, early in that game, Jermaine Osako makes a break down the right edge. He's got Hammer unmarked on his outside, doesn't see him. Goes into contact on his own. The ball is turned over. If he just looks to his right and sees the Hammer screaming down the right-hand edge, Hammer gets a try. For the Eels, Mitchell Moses, I believe it was. It could have been Dylan Brown as well, but I believe it was Moses. Put a kick in towards the post. A high ball. Penasini jumps up, takes the ball away from Bostock, and dives over the line, but it went upstairs and it was deemed to be a cheeky little double knock on. My two try scorers, right? These are the millimeters. These are the moments, the seconds that turn a four-leg same-game multi from a win into a devastating loss. But that's what's so thrilling about it as well, isn't it? McLovin, ahoy there, mate. Doing very well, thank you. How are you? Samuel, I've gone for the Knights in this one. Every time I say that it's going to be a high-scoring game, it turns out to be not the case. But I do believe it will be a high-scoring game. McLovin, thank you very much for the roses over there on the TikTok. 45. Oh, he's got the half century. 63. It keeps going up. That's a lot of roses. 87, 90. Can he break the century? Yes, he can. 100 roses from McLovin. And is still going up there as we speak. 139 roses from McLovin. Cheers, mate. Hungry before dinner. Ahoy, mate. Fry, yay. Jack Lewis, ahoy. Just signed in. Who you tipping? I've got the Knights in this one. Knights in a close one. Here's a handy bet, actually. If we want to talk about betting odds and whatnot, this, I believe, is a really, really good one for tonight. If I can bring it up. Okay, we've got like 3 minutes to get it on. If I scroll down to the alternate markets, total points markets. No, margin markets. That's what I want. Margin markets. Either team to win by 1 to 12, $1.74. Either team to win 1 to 12, $1.74. Pretty good. Pretty good odds. Emmanuel Vincent, ahoy, mate. And we'll keep an eye on that. Also, I talked about Jojo Fafita. Jojo Fafita returning to the match, or returning to the lineup here after injury. Jojo Fafita is paying $10 for first try scorer. That's another one that I'm going to throw out there. I've got him in my same game multi, so did not worry about first try scorer, but I'm just going to leave that one out there as well. So a couple of cheeky little extra bets that you can throw on there if you so desire. Remember to gamble responsibly and think of what you could be buying instead. Blah, 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 blah. Mark O'Brien, ahoy, mate. So, yes, Jojo Fafita, first try scorer, $10. Either team, 1 to 12, $1.78, I think I said it was. And, of course, my same game multi, 4 legs. Looking forward to it. And here we go. We're underway. Well, that crept up on us. This game is off and running, and it's the Knights, the home side, with first use of it. Returning the kick to the 20-meter line, just shy of it. And let's see. And Blair 420 hates the gambling ads. Yeah. They're a bit frustrating, aren't they? But I understand why they have to do it. Why do they have to say what they say and all of that as the Knights here? Up on halfway, they've come up with a spilt ball. And maybe, just maybe, oh, a penalty here. Okay, well, that's why the ball is spilt out. A penalty has gone the way of the Knights. And I tell you what, Tino has come off second best here. Head-on-head contact. Leo Thompson and Big Tino. And Tino's off for a HIA, I'm sure. He's on report, and he's with the trainer at the moment. This will surely be HIA. Penalty for high contact is the call. The Knights fine touch, 40 out from the line. Well, my first try scorer prediction might be up in smoke here because it's looking like the Knights are going to have the first opportunity. Doesn't mean that they get the job done, of course, as Frizzell carries it in midfield. They're just outside the 20. Here's Thompson. He goes again. Certainly not fazed by that head clash. I would anticipate that we lose both of those players for at least 15 minutes. 6 again now for the Knights. As Saifidi backs into the defense, 10 meters out. And this is a red-hot opportunity for the home side. Crossland to Thompson again. Leo Thompson so heavily involved. He's had a hell of a start to this game. Strong carries. Here's Frizzell now. Puts the foot down. Tyson Frizzell held up just a couple of meters out now. They head to the right. Cogger to Ponga. Cut out pass. And Gagai bends off his opposite number. Still going Gagai. A couple of meters short. Slow play the ball. Risking a 6 again there, the Titans. Ponga now heads across field. Looks for half a gap to open up. And this is a penalty now for another high contact. It's right in front. It's a gift 2-pointers. And they have called the 2 nice and early. Okay, well, that's all right. The Knights will get points on the board. And it doesn't take away our first try scorer. So not bad there. A great start for the home side. Newcastle. SS Storm fan says, I remember back in round 2, Saifidi's brothers go at each other. Yes, I remember that. The Saifidi boys squaring off. Kalen Ponga from right in front gets the first points of the match. 2-0. The Knights lead. Player 420 says, way too many penalties lately. Crazy. I don't like the way the NRL is going. Yeah. Yep. And here's the thing. If they're legitimately penalties, then fair enough, right? I don't think anybody's going to be disappointed if it's a clear-cut penalty. Who cares? It has to be called. But obviously, the frustrating part at the moment is nobody really knows anymore what the penalties are for necessarily. And here's another one as Marju flops around like a fish out of water, and he has earned the penalty. Those are the sorts of penalties I think we're talking about. A holding down penalty. How do we know how long a team is allowed to hold down for? Marju there just flopped around, as I said, like a fish out of water. And who knows how long the players have to release. It's up to the referee's discretion. The Knights have found touch up over the halfway line and go back on the attack. Jojo Fafita for first try scorer is suddenly not looking so good. 30 meters from the line on play 3. Crossland sends it into midfield and Frizzell takes the hit up. Right in front of the post here, 20 meters out. Crossland goes left for Cogger. A nice flat pass there for Lucas, and Lucas almost swivels his way through the tackle. 5th and last. Ponga with the grubber kick in behind the line, and it's too heavy. 7 tackle set for the Titans. Here they come. They tap and go. Wolfie, the Titans did give away another penalty, yes. Piggybacking the Knights upfield. Holding down was the call on this occasion. Sketchy Durla, welcome along. Ahoy there. To the Wasted World of Sports. Alternative commentary. Regan Two-Dads up over halfway for the Titans. They finally get their hands on the ball. This is actually the Titans' first touch of the footy. What can they do with it? Down the right-hand edge. Brian Kelly will take the tackle. 30 meters out. Jayden Campbell just sends it on to Big Tino. I can't believe that Big Tino is still on the field. And Leo Thompson. Big head clash they had in the first set of 6. Campbell dinks this one over the top, and it's taken by Marju. Greg Marju outleaps everybody. And that is one bulky body to get up in the air. Marju, solid bloke. A little bit of a nothing end of set there for the Titans. Player 420 says, way too many players milking penalties. Yeah. Yeah, what was the one we saw last night? Herbie Farnworth, wasn't it? Herbie the love bug last night. Laid on the ground until the referee blew the whistle. And then he magically popped up as Jack Cogger spills the ball here on the 5th and last. The pass was a little bit too far out in front of Cogger. He still should have taken it, though. Well, he definitely should have taken it. And he's dropped the ball. The Knights inside their own half have gifted possession here for the Titans. Well, that was really, really poor. An invitation for the Titans. Here's Cleese Haas. 25 out, just to the right of the post. Campbell. The cutout pass from Brimson hits the chest of Calm Pereira, who cuts back in field. Inside the red zone, Brimson heads across field. Hands off to Tino. Tino takes 2, 3 now to bring him down. Tackle 4. Staying on the right edge. Cutout pass from Campbell is lost by Jojo Fafita, and the Knights swoop on it. 0 tackle. Bradman Best has got it. Both teams now guilty of simple mistakes. The last couple of sets, poor handling. And the Knights back in possession. Nine minutes gone in this one, almost anyway, just about. 2 points to 0. Newcastle off the back of that penalty goal at the start. Polgar puts the kick downfield, held onto the ball this time. And I am De Groot. Caught with the ball there for the Titans. And they're stuck inside their own red zone. Now Calm Pereira can't make any meters. They shift it out into midfield. Philip Sami. One of my try scorers as well, Philip Sami. You could throw a blanket over them, as they say, as the Titans get themselves back on attack. But they're almost through this entire set. 5th and last now. That's a strong run from Fodawaker. But the kick now from inside their own half. Finds space. Bounces in behind Schiller. And they don't want to give Schiller any space. He heads across field. And he's well met by Jayden Campbell. And the Knights will go again here, starting from their own 10-meter line. Creaser. Ahoy there, Creaser. Who's my favourite footy team? So I go for the Sharks in the NRL. And when we call Super Rugby, I go for the Chiefs or the Crusaders. Probably the Crusaders. Knights now up towards halfway. Frizzell goes beyond the halfway line. Frizzell stands in the tackle. 5th and last, just inside Titans territory. Sharp puts it high. The Knights chase through. Sami's under it, though. And Sami ducks under the tackle of Bradman Best. That was cheeky. Titans back in possession. Still no tries. See, I've done it again. I know we're only 10 minutes in, but I've done it again. Every single time I say it's going to be a high-scoring game, inevitably, it's not. I should have learnt by now. Brandon Barker, ahoy, mate. Let's get some high contact on the like button. I love the way you work, Brendan. Offloading at will at the moment, the Titans, but going sideways. Tino now with another offload. And now a better method here. Cleese Haas up the middle. Support in field, but it's intercepted by Fletcher Sharp. And now Sharp can counterattack. I'll tell you what, if Cleese Haas gets that ball to hand, it's a try under the post for the Titans. Oh, please tell me it wasn't Jojo Fafita. Cleese Haas had the support on the inside. I think it was Brimson. Oh, no, it was Jayden de Groot. I am de Groot. Would have been the first try scorer. Well defended anyway from the Knights, under pressure there, as Ponga now lurks around the back, and he's well wrapped up and spilt the ball now, Kalen. Dropped the ball on the halfway line. Oh, wait, that's the rugby union knock-on, isn't it? That's the rugby league knock-on. Captain's challenge now from the captain, Kalen Ponga. He's claiming that the ball obviously was knocked out by a Titans player rather than him just dropping the ball cold like a great big goof. We'll see. Have the Knights just burnt their challenge? Ponga goes to ground. Okay, ball playing arm has hit the ground. And then Camperera flops in. This will be a successful captain's challenge. And it will be a penalty to the Knights. There you go. A good challenge from Kalen Ponga on this occasion. The Knights again, piggybacked upfield, finding touch 30 out. $20 out from the line. Inside ball for Leo Thompson, charging onto it. On the burst, Jones. Big bad Leo. 15 from the line now. The Knights spread it wide to the right. Can they come up with a try? Schiller back inside for Gagai. Gagai stands in the tackle. Now he drops to ground. But they're inside the 10. Ponga at first receiver. Heads across field. Hands it off for Leo Thompson. How heavily involved has Leo Thompson been? Fantasy team. If he's in your fantasy team, which I think he's in mine, to be honest. I think he used to be. But knowing me, I probably traded him out. Because that's what I do. I trade out all the good players and I keep all the goofs. Fifth and last, Crossland from dummy half. Can't penetrate the line with the grubber kick. And the Titans dive on the loose ball. 4 end of set. Rectub 91, ahoy mate. The 26 minutes left in the opening half. And 2 points to nil. Still waiting for our first try. Bottlewaker with a strong carry. Some big bodies out there tonight. Bottlewaker, Saifidi, Thompson. Fifth and last for the Titans. Campbell kicks from inside the 40. Taken on the full at the back by Schiller. And Schiller returns it. Wrong foot's Tino. $30 out from their own line. And another penalty now for the Knights. Inside the 10. Well, they just keep piggybacking them upfield. Finding touch now. 30 out from the line. Rectub 91. Who am I backing in the Rabbits versus Broncos? Oh, look. I reckon Rabbitohs to cover the line, but I do think the Broncos win. It's going to be very close, though. Latrell Mitchell returning, but crucially for the Rabbitohs, Jamie Humphries returning. And Wayne Bennett loves games against the Broncos, doesn't he? I think they'll get very, very close. I'm going to sit on the fence for that one. Cogger hands it off to Saifidi. Rectub 91. Thank you very much for the TGIFs on TikTok. 20 of them. Cheers, mate. 6 again for the Knights. Another set restart. Back-to-back set restarts. Just a couple of meters out from the line. And another set restart. As Dylan Lucas with the crash ball. A meter out. Crossland to Cogger. They head right. Ponga holds the pass up, and yeah, they got that all wrong as they have to surrender. 10 meters out and looking a little bit headless at the moment, the Knights. Inside ball for Frizzell. 5 meters from the line on play 3. Cogger out the back for Sharp. Flat pass there for Lucas. Lucas goes straight through, and Dylan Lucas scores the first try. 6 points to nil it is. Kick to come, Newcastle. First try, Dylan Lucas. Well, congratulations to anybody who had Dylan Lucas as first try scorer. I can only imagine what that was paying. Whoops. Nearly dropped my drink. Blair 420, you had him anytime. Very nice. Rock my balls, ahoy, mate. Blues are leading convincingly, 22 up at the moment. Jack Lewis says hell will freeze over before the Rabbits beat the Broncos with their current poor team. Wayne Bennett, I say it all the time. Never underestimate a Wayne Bennett coach team. And Uncle Wayne loves getting one over on the Broncos. The master coach will have a plan. And as I said, I've tipped the Broncos to win, but I've also backed the Rabbitohs to cover the line. That they've been given 10.5 on the line. I think Wayne Bennett will have them coached and up for this game to get within 10.5. Conversion successful. Kalen Ponga puts it through, and the Knights are up 8 points to nil. Bala 22675. How do we watch live? KO Sports on Foxtel. $35 a month. Cheap as. Rob 69. You had 100 on Dylan Lucas to score first try. You're joking. Oh, congratulations, mate. If you're being real, congratulations, man. That is epic. That's massive. Well done, mate. Mitchell Vela Sport, ahoy. What do I think about the news about Dez? Yeah, there's big rumblings. Big rumblings. And unrest at the Gold Coast. As the Knights now on the back of points up to halfway. 5th and last. The kick from Ponga downfield, taken on the full at the back. And the Titans return it. Trapped inside their own 20, although that's a good run. Rectub 91. Thank you very much for the 10 jelly snakes. How good were those jelly snakes, by the way? I always used to like the red ones. I would eat all the red ones out of the packet and leave none for anybody else. Tino carries up to halfway. 5th and last now for the Titans. Campbell puts the kick downfield. Schiller calls it and claims it. Brings it back outside the 20. Knights back in position. Oh, very nice. Open up another brewski here. As Saifidi carries it up to the 40. 20 minutes gone. 8 points to nil. The Knights lined up to the right. Great shape, but the Titans number up. Gagai is held up by Brian Kelly. That's actually a good matchup. Dane Gagai v. Brian Kelly. Thompson in midfield. Tackled. 40 out. 5th and last. Ponga waits for it on the left. Puts it high. Not a lot of distance. Contestable ball. And it's taken at the back by the Titans. Philip Sami in possession. Slow play of the ball, and the Titans finally get a penalty. Well, I say finally. They've had one before, but, I mean, this has been a very helpful piggyback for them upfield. They have spent a lot of time trapped down their own end. Just running the ball out of territory. This will help immensely. Finding touch just short of halfway. Phoenix Crossland on report for that. So another on report. We saw Tino on report in the first set of 6. And speak of the devil, Tino heads across field, links up with Brimson. Brimson dummies. And he's taken 40 out from the line. Brendan Barker, I'm still on the better beers tonight. Low carb. Probably the nicest low carb beer I've ever had. Better beer. Rob69 says, tonight was the first bet I've hit in literally a whole year. I'm done with this betting stuff. I got my win and I'm out of here. Smart strategy as Tino offloads to Campbell, but a forward pass is the call. And they just can't execute correctly at the moment. And there it is. Regan Tudats with the pass to Tino, and it's clearly forward. And they can't get any momentum, the Titans. 18 minutes left till the break. Dylan Lucas was $19 for first try scorer. There you go. Actually thought it might be a bit more than that. I mean, when you consider Jojo Fafita, and I realized that the odds would have been more in favor of the Knights would be expected to score first and expected to win as Marju nearly goes straight through. But considering that I'm pretty sure Jojo Fafita, an outside back, was around the $10, $15 mark, I am surprised that a second rower was that price. Here they come again, though. The Knights up over halfway. Brazil, short ball for Saifidi. He's wrapped up well. A couple of tackles left here, 40 meters out. Sharp to Ponga. Ponga with the goose step. Best on the outside. Flick pass to Marju. Marju's got support out the wazoo in field. And it's Fletcher Sharp. Fletcher Sharp dives in under the posts. It's a tick off the multi. Have yourself a nice cold beer, Fletcher. Oh, the Knights are on a roll. The Newcastle Knights on a roll at home. Beautifully lined up to the left, and it's the goose step by Ponga. Gets on the outside of Jayden Campbell, which forced the opposition centre to jam in. Kalen Ponga set that try up. Marju finishes it off with the pass back in field. But that was all Kalen Ponga. Well, can't say all Kalen Ponga. That was set up, the initial bust by Kalen Ponga's footwork, causing that uncertainty in the defensive line. So there we go. 12 points to nil. Kick to come from right in front. Fletcher Sharp gets our first tick off the multi. $15 minutes to go until the halftime break. Hey, ahoy there. A says, this is my first time here. Do you stream most games? Yes, indeed. Pretty much all of them. Jason T placed the Knights 20 to 30 points at $11 as Ponga from right in front puts this one over. Keeps his perfect record going tonight. And Newcastle lead this 14 points to nil. Great work. Surely Jojo and Pereira can score. 6 says Joseph. Well, we'll have to see. 15 minutes left in the opening half. It feels like that's an eternity. KCT says, come on, Titans, man. Surely can't lose against the bloody Knights. Hey now, Casey, the Knights aren't that bad. Australia 1995, ahoy mate, welcome back. The try scorers have been Dylan Lucas, first try, and Fletcher Sharp, who just scored. Both for the Knights. Fifth and last, Cogger on halfway. Puts the ball high, taken at the back by I M de Groot. Bends away from one, but then he's wrapped up. Jai Tolson, you won 1,600 off a $20 bet on the Tigers game last week in the first half. Oh, you got to love when that happens. It's actually on stream. I won a couple of grand on Origin 2 last year, I believe it was. Let's just say I forgot about commentary at that moment. Pretty excited. Ben McGann, ahoy there, mate. Try scorers for the Knights, Dylan Lucas and Fletcher Sharp. But it is the Titans in possession now. And Jayden Campbell spills it. Oh, down to ground it goes. And again, the Titans inside Knights territory, and they come up with a mistake. They just can't build any momentum. I'm a Sharks fan, so I feel everybody's pain, except for 2016. 2016, that was a good year. From the scrum, Greg Barju brings it out to the 40. Knights, is 14 points enough? Let's be honest, they've dominated this first half. Will 14 points be enough? Probably. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Titans supporters, but probably. $40 meters out from the line on play 3. Here they go left for Ponga. Out the back for Best. Bradman Best in space. Cuts back in field and a try-saving tackle from Jayden Campbell. Oh, you thought Best was through there for all money. Cogger. Out to the right it goes for Sharp, who gets through the first 2 tackles. Gets up and goes again, Sharp. Second phase ball. Pierce Paul flicks it off inside for Gagai, who now links up, and Croker cuts back in field, angling back towards the posts. He's over the try line, Croker, but seems to have been held up. It's gone up as no try. So this will be very hard to overturn. But Matt Croker, he doesn't seem too confident. And there's hands there. There's legs there. There's bodies there. Oh, he's got it down, Croker. Matt Croker has scored the try. That is a very convincing camera angle. Matt Croker has scored. It's another bloody forward. And the Knights have extended this lead now. 18 points to 0, the kick to come. Another forward. Lost my remote. Wow. Okay. Well, I was talking about whether 14 points was going to be enough. That's not a conversation we need to have anymore. It is well and truly enough now. conversion from just to the right of the post here. But Kalen Ponga puts it through. It's 20 points to 0. Joseph says, every time I don't bet on a game, everyone wants to score. Blair 420 says, Raiders or Bulldogs? I've got dogs. I've got the dogs as well. It might be controversial, but the Raiders at the moment, well, okay, I'm trying to be polite about it because I don't want to be that guy. So I'm trying to be polite about it. But, I mean, the Raiders, okay, let me start by saying credit to the Raiders because they're a tough, fit side that keep themselves in games. But they've they've been pretty lucky, haven't they, is what I'm trying to say. Some of those wins have been incredibly lucky. So I don't understand why. I know that the Bulldogs are missing some players. But, yeah, the Raiders are yet to convince me. They've been very, very lucky. And luck is not going to win you a premiership. It runs out at some point. And I feel like they've rode their luck pretty much all the way to the bank already. I can't imagine them winning any more games off final minute kicks. You know what I mean? 10 minutes to go in this first half. 20 points to 0. Titans in possession. Put on an early shift from inside their own 20. KCT says Storm were low-key robbed. Not going to lie. Yeah, I didn't want to be the one to say that, yeah, the Storm were screwed out of that game. Pure and simple. Fifth and last, Titans with the clearing kick straight down the middle of the park. And Ponga takes it. The ball hit his head. That's a HIA and a penalty against the ball. McLovin in there with the GGs. 139 GGs. Thank you, McLovin. CT Fraz asks what my thoughts are on the Dragons versus Warriors. Who's winning? You're a Dragons supporter. Yeah, got to go. I reckon Warriors in that one. Warriors in a close one as Pierce Paul brings it up to the 30. Tackle 4. Out the back it goes now for Ponga as they attack the left edge again. Bradman Best can't get on the outside of Fafita. Fifth and last. Fletcher Sharp dinks it in over the top for Ponga. Ponga chases, puts pressure on. But I Am De Groot is up to the challenge at the back. Takes it well. 8.5 to go until the break. 20 points to 0. So the try scorers for the Knights, Dylan Lucas, Fletcher Sharp, and Matt Croker. Titans now up over halfway. Campbell can't get the ball free. Gets up, goes again, Campbell. Tackle 4, Sam Verrills taken down. Staying on the short side. 40 out from the line. Brian Kelly looks to fend on Gagai. Gagai has some help there from Cogger. Brings him down. Fifth and last. A high ball from Jayden Campbell. Ponga takes it under no pressure at the back. Gets away from one. Spins away from a second Ponga. And then he slips into contact of Chris Randall. 7.5 left. The opening 40. 20 points to 0. The Knights now looking very comfortable. I talked about, it's only one extra try, I know, but I just think a lot, the mentality of a sports team, right? Scoreboard pressure for all the domination that the Knights have had in this first half. I mean, look at the possession stats. The Titans have only had 34% of the ball. So if they went into the break at only 14 points behind, numbers now out on the right, but Sharp steps in field. Now the offload for Pierce Paul. Bats it over the top for Gagai. Gagai is taken by Verrills. Fifth and last. That's a pass to nobody. The bounces kindly. And Jaden Brayley now. Cut out pass for Best, who puts a boot to the ball. Straight down the throat of De Groot at the back. And that was pretty messy from the Knights, but they almost got something out of it. That was rather shocking, to be honest. KCT, you're saving your money for Dolphins versus Warriors in Brisbane next weekend. Oh, nice. Your first time in Queensland. Very cool. Yes, I live about 20 minutes away from Suncorp Stadium, so here in Brisbane. As the offload creates some space for Jayden Campbell. Tries to put the step on, but Matt Croker, a great legs tackle. Fifth and last now for the Titans. Tino's got it. Back it goes for Campbell, looking for runners. Finds a runner. And a flick pass around the back for Campbell. Cuts it out now out wide for Philip Sami. And Philip Sami bursts his way through. Well, it's another tick off the multi. Philip Sami. The Philip Sami Beau Fermor combo. Either try. And we are going into the halftime break halfway through this multi. Oh, yeah. And the Titans have hit back on the scoreboard as well. 20 points to 4, the kick to come. I tell you what, that was the very definition of more us than class. Nice flick pass from De Groot back to Campbell. The cutout pass standing on the wing was Philip Sami, who steps back in field. It's Bradman Best there failing to secure the ball. Try confirmed, and that is so crucial. So crucial for the Titans. Boy, did they need that. Scott Wood, ahoy. You should be 2 from 2 after this game. Well, this game's not over yet. Who have you gone for? As Jayden Campbell hits the upright and it bounces through. 20 points to 6 heading into the halftime break. Two legs of the multi down, 2 to go. So I still need Jojo Fafita and James Schiller. Be interesting to see. They've been offering me some dismal cash out offers lately. Some really, really bad, dodgy cash out offers. And this one hasn't updated yet. Oh, how nice of them. Okay. They've offered me $10.17 cash out. The Knights get us back underway. 4 minutes until the break. You picked the Knights. Yes, me too. Lost in time. Ahoy there. Lost in time. I'm going for the Knights in this game, but my team, the Cronulla Sharks. King Cornex. Ahoy, mate. I am in Brisbane, yes. Three and a half minutes to play in the first half, that is, as Jayden Campbell gets tangled up. Broncos, Rabbitohs coming up after this as Friday night footy continues. Through the hands now out to the left. I am De Groot. Tries to put the fend on, but Gagai, with the help of Colga, brings him down. Fifth and last. Brimson kicks into the corner, but it's taken on the full by a perfectly positioned Kalen Ponga. And he is lined up by Big Tino. Tino brings him down. Marju carries it outside the 20. Australia 1995. Philip Sami got a try for the Titans just a couple of minutes ago. So you didn't miss it by a whole lot. As Adam Elliott's on. Sam asks, how many years have I supported Cronulla? Too many. Pretty much all my life, yeah. As soon as I was old enough to pick a team myself, I picked the Sharks. My dad's a Panthers supporter, tried to get me into the Panthers. But yes, once I was sort of old enough to form my own decision, I went with the Sharks. Matty says, didn't it take Cronulla 50 years to get their first premiership? Yes, it did. They were in a couple of grand finals against Manly before I was born, so I was not privy to any of that, but they pretty much sucked all the way up until 2016. Nico, SWO, thank you very much for the rose. Very much appreciate that, mate, over there on TikTok. As now, De Groot goes straight up the middle. He's got support. Fifth and last, 40 meters out. Well, we thought that this game might just meander into the halftime break. It hasn't. Fafita close to the touchline. Keeps it somehow in the field of play. And it's been lost by Tino in midfield. Scooped up by Lucas. And the Knights are back in possession. That's not Lucas. Sorry, that's Brodie Jones. Gagai now. Bends off Kelly. Flick pass for Schiller. Schiller's in open space. And he's caught by the collar and taken into touch. A try saver from Cam Pereira. Good Lord. Schiller was away. Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine how massive that would have been for the multi? I mean, that would have been monstrous. Mitchell Vela Sports says, how long do you think Des will stay around? And now a spilt ball from the Titans on halfway. And it was Tino again. Cogger inside for Gagai. The last play of the first half. As the siren sounds. And off the field they will trudge. 20 points to 6. A crucial try from the Titans before halftime. And I tell you what, do they have enough points? Do they have enough points? The Knights. Find out soon enough in the second half anyway. But to answer the question, how long do I think Des will be around? There's clearly unrest there. Clearly unrest. And I'll tell you what, how's this? Now, I understand that apparently Brad Arthur is the front of the line for the Bears coaching job. But how about this? Des Hasler, the club, activate the clause in his contract. The clause in his contract says that the club can nix his contract if the Titans are in a position where they can't make the 8. It's guaranteed if they don't make the 8, they can activate the clause in the contract, but there's a sub-clause to the clause that says if they have no chance of making the 8, they can activate that. They don't have to wait till the end of the season, basically. Now imagine that, look, forget about the Titans. They're not going to make the 8. So the club does have the option to activate that clause and sack Des Hasler. Does Desi get picked up as the first coach of the Bears? I mean, who would you rather, Brad Arthur or Des Hasler? I mean, legitimate question. I'd probably rather Des Hasler. I don't know what's wrong with the Gold Coast, honestly. I do not know what is wrong with the Gold Coast Titans. They've got such a good team on paper. When they're fully fit, It's a team that should be competing for finals football. Probably not winning a premiership, but a team that should be competing. They should be doing what the Canberra Raiders are doing in the last year or two, right? A young gun side that defies expectations and fights for the 8. But they're just not. They're just not. They're just not doing it. Anyway, so I'm halfway through the same game multi. Let's see if they've upped my cash out offer. Oh, okay. No, they've taken my cash out offer down. It's now at $8.36. How kind of them. I'm halfway through at halftime, and they're offering me substantially less than my initial wager. That's insulting. That's insulting, man. Anyway. Bo Allsworth says, may as well just give the Knights 3 sets every time. Ref just calls it anyway. Oh, yes. Rec Tub, I was writing it anyway. I'm just always curious to see. I'm trying to basically... Knowledge is power, right? Knowledge is power. I'm trying my best to get some sort of understanding on how the cash out offers are formulated with the different bookmakers so that I can know what a good cash out offer is. I'm trying to gain a better understanding of that. I was always letting this one ride, though. It was a bonus bet, so I didn't really care about it. Jojo Fafita, James Schiller, Philip Sami, and Fletcher Sharp. It's the 4 blokes under the scoreboard. Ares. And if they've got a beer over their face, it means I've already hit that leg of the multi. Bo Allsworth says Tino anytime. Well, he's got to start hanging on to the ball, doesn't he? Big Tino. Tino anytime, Fletcher anytime, Ponga anytime. Kalen Ponga, he has sort of taken on more of a role of try-assist man, right? He's the try-assist man rather than the try-scorer more often than not these days. Not to say that he won't get any, but I have noticed that about Kalen's play. He's not so much the go-to man anymore, but he sets them up. Scott Wood says Sharks were a tough team in the 80s with the Sorensen brothers and Gavin Miller. John Carr says incredible. In what context, John? Cheech needs Fermor for 1.2k. Oh, well, bringing cash outs at 200. What was the original stake, Cheech, if you don't mind my asking? A lot of whether you cash out or not depends on what your initial stake was. A $50 bonus bet. Let it ride. If all you need is Bo Fermor and it's a $50 bonus bet, let it ride. $20 points to 6 at the break. Manuel Snow says Titans is useless. No surprise. I wouldn't call them useless. I think that's a bit harsh. But they definitely need to improve in the second half. 10 from 15, their completion rate. Too many drop balls. They've given away 5 penalties, only received 1 themselves. 16 tackles for the Knights inside the Titans' 20-meter line. 3 for the Titans in the Knights' red zone. If they can get a little bit of ball, who knows? I mean, we did see that Philip Sami try was pretty easy. If they can just get down that end of the field and build some momentum and some pressure, they are capable of scoring pretty easily here. Henry, ahoy, mate. You took sharp Knights to win the first 20 minutes and Knights to win the game. Oh, so you just need the Knights now to hold on. Lucas, thank you very much for the rose over there on TikTok. Very much appreciated. I see it being talked about a lot at the moment about the lifestyle on the Gold Coast. I do wonder if there is anything in that. Scott Wood says big underperformers. Presumably, I think that's going on with our conversation about the Gold Coast. But it has been raised by quite a few of the pundits recently about the lifestyle of the Gold Coast and it being a touristy town. I don't know that I personally necessarily go along with that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a job, and your job doesn't become casual just because of where you're located, or it shouldn't, at least. If that is the case, I don't think it's a Gold Coast problem. I think it's a mentality problem of the people that they keep hiring. Here's an interview with Adam Reynolds. Oh, well, what's he got to say? The Broncos got hit once again with the Panthers curse. How good was it when we saw bloody Nathan Cleary's mirror image try from the grand final replicated before our very eyes once again there in Magic Round. What a moment. Acemon asks, who were the try scorers? Okay, so first try, Dylan Lucas for the Knights. Second try, Fletcher Sharp. Third try, Matt Croker. And then for the Titans, their only try, Philip Sami. The Titans, I reckon they need Wayne Bennett. Wayne Bennett would have sorted the Titans out. Now, I know he was never interested. I don't know if he was asked or not, but he's always had other better things to do. But Wayne Bennett will sort a team out. It's the salt air. Scott Wood reckons it's the salt air makes everything go rusty. Well, you might be onto something there. Might just be onto something there. All right, I'm going to have myself a quick break. We'll be back momentarily for all the second half action. Newcastle leading by 14. Will it be enough? We'll find out shortly. Waste of Water Sports. Back right after this.
Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 pass last from the kickoff to the final whistle blow. the two and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted World Sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With the laugh and the cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques. Just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll wave the road, from sideline jokes to post-match tales. All big goofs and their big fails. We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our skies. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is wasted world sports.
All right, Wasted World of Sports Friday night footy. Let's have a quick glance around the grounds and see if we made the right choice, because what we could have done was Super Rugby Pacific. Oh, okay, so the Blues ended up thumping the Fijian Drua, and that perhaps just keeps their season with a little bit of a sniff. I think we might have made the right call and gone with the Rugby League doubleheader tonight after that one. I did think it was going to be a little bit closer. I really did. But anyways, teams coming out now for the second half. And don't forget, Wasted World of Sports, Broncos, Rabbitohs. I will be covering that game as well. Wasted World of Sports, your home of alternative sports commentary. Ford Rawiri, don't mind Titans coming back. Hey, if the Titans get a try and it's Jojo Fafita, I will be more than happy with that. Back underway. 20 points to 6 at the halftime break. And it's the Titans with first use of the ball. Attila, ahoy there. Welcome along. Can the Titans clean up the ball handling and get themselves back into the game? Second phase play here from the offload. Tackle 2 now, 30 out from their own line. Here's Tino out the back for Campbell. Numbers to the right. De Groot sends it on, and inside the Knights half, the ball is spilt, and the ball is spilt forward. Well, that answers that question. I had literally just asked the question, can the Titans clean up their ball handling and put some pressure on? Well, no, they can't. They've knocked it on in the first set of the second half. Wow. I don't know that there's going to be a comeback here, as the Knights will get the scrum feed. It's basically on the halfway line. The Knights, they send it right for Gagai. Gagai backs into the tackle. And he's lost the ball on play 1. Dane Gagai. Wow. He's claiming there was shenanigans there. Well, they can challenge it if they want. And they do. They captains challenge this one. Well, Gagai was furious. On-field decision, of course, knock on. Scott Wood says around the grounds, Campbelltown City Kangaroos defeated the East Campbelltown Eagles in the local Group 6 competition last weekend. Very cool. Dane Gagai has lost it cold. Challenge unsuccessful. What a goof.
Gosh.
No more challenges now for the Knights. They had one success, but that was a bad one. Tackle one as well. Handing the ball straight back to the Titans. It'll be a scrum down. Titans just inside their own half. Tom Pereira comes in to feed it. They're lined up to the right. Campbell just shuffles it on. And big leg drive up over halfway. Fleece Haas. Heading back towards the camera side of the field. 20 points to 6 it is. Campbell hands it off on the inside. And held up and driven back in the tackle is Josiah Pahulu. Isaac Fa'asu Amale has failed his HIA and is out of the game. So the Titans are down a troop. Down the short side. Fermor bumps off one, but he's chopped in half. Kai Pierce, Paul, and Gagai. Fifth and last. And Brimson puts it high. Contestable kick. Lost by Marju. Ponga collects the scraps, but it's called a knock on. The Titans are starting to get a little bit of momentum. Titans fans in the chat room, where are you? Start to believe. Your team needs you. It's a scrum down in front of the post, 10 meters out, a full set of 6. Titans feed. They go left. And here's Brimson to Kelly. Kelly offloads back for Brimson. Heads back towards the post. And he's wrapped up in midfield. Inside the 10 here on play 1. There's some gaps in the Knights' defense to the right. That's where they go. Verrills to Big Tino. Tino straightens and takes the tackle just to the right of the uprights. Now they come back left. Cut out pass for Campbell. Campbell puts the step on, and he's got no support with him. Play 3. Verrills out to Chris Randall. Just a settler in front of the post here. Dog Stevens, thank you very much for the roses. As Brimson takes the line on. 5th and last now, a meter out. The crash ball for Tino is the option. He offloads to nobody, and the Knights dive on it. And that was just really poor. 5th and last, they go the crash ball. That's asking no questions, really, of the Knights' defense. Dog Stevens, thank you very much for the 10 roses. As Bradman Best has spilt the ball on tackle 2. 20 out from their own line. Bradman Best coughs it up. Well, the Knights are doing their very best here to invite the Titans back into it. And the Titans yet to take advantage. How many more chances? How many more invitations will they be given? Another scrum down, this time 20 meters out. They go left again. Here's Campbell. And Brian Kelly's wrapped up 5 meters from the line. Slow play the ball. 6 again for the Titans. Kelly stays down after playing the ball. And in midfield, changing direction, angling back towards the sideline. Another set restart now. It's still tackle 1. Chris Randall now with a settler in midfield. 5 meters out. Tackle 1. Verrills goes right for Campbell. Tino backs into the defense. And he's brought down a couple of meters out. Tackle 3. Verrills to Randall at first receiver. Bobbles the ball. And that pretty much nullifies any attack on that play. 3rd. Still inside the 10. Campbell to De Groot. Cut out pass hits the chest of Philip Sami, and Sami will get a double. Philip Sami bags a double. Try is awarded, but yet to be confirmed. 20 points to 10. Here they come. It doesn't matter who you're playing. You cannot give a team that many invitations. The Knights, in the opening 7 minutes of this half, have just dropped ball after ball a couple of times now down their own end inside the red zone. And they've only got themselves to blame for this. And, oh, he knows it too. The coach is not happy. Adam O'Brien, furious. He has punched the desk up there in the coach's box. He is furious. Philip Sami with a double. 20 points to 10, the kick to come. Bucks says the Bears should sign Antoine Dupont. Not a bad idea at all. Jayden Campbell, just to the right of the post, puts it down the middle. $20 points to 12. Here we go. Yeah, Antoine Dupont. I do wonder, though, if a rugby union scrum half would be better suited to... This might not be that wild, but think about it. Rugby scrum halves can kick. Rugby scrum halves are almost playmakers. You could do worse than having Antoine Dupont sign on and play 5/8. Probably doesn't have the rugby league knowledge to control the game at halfback. You would get an actual League 7, but I don't think it's the worst idea in the world to have an Antoine Dupont play 5/8, a rugby scrum half, shifting out to 5/8. I just think in rugby league he'd be wasted at hooker. This ball goes high, Ponga's under it and takes it. The Titans complete their set of 6. 20 points to 12, though. They're back in the game. The Knights, can they put something together here and take back control of this game? Up over halfway. Fletcher Sharp. Or just short of it, anyways. Looking to complete their first set of the half here, the Knights. Fifth and last. 40 out from the Titans line. It looks like they're going to get there. Back it goes for Cogger. They've completed a set. Their first set completion of the second half. And it is taken at the back by Khan Pereira, flying through the air. 10 minutes gone in the second. 8 points. The difference. And a penalty now to the Titans. Pressure on the neck. Piggyback upfield. Oh, here they come. The momentum has well and truly shifted. Rectub91 says Titans comeback. They find touch 40 out from their own line. Scott Wood asks, who's the first coach sacked, AOB or Des? From the sounds of it, Des. Honestly, I think the fact that so much has come out already I think Des is basically gone. Adam O'Brien's going to be right for another season at least. 30 out from the line. Here they come again. Brimson, inside ball for Kelly. Kelly gets the ball away. Third phase play here. Campbell heads across field. And it's called a knock on. Well, they might challenge this here, the Titans. Challenge in the call of knock on. And that is knocked back. That's surely a knockback. Surely knocked back there from Jayden, from whoever it was, Pahulu to Jayden Campbell. And this will be a successful captain's challenge. And that's a great one for the Titans. My leg. What does knock back mean? Does that mean knock on? No, my leg, it means the opposite of a knock on. So a knock on is when you drop the ball and it goes forward towards the opposition try line. A knocked back means you drop the ball, but it goes back towards your own try line. And that is fine. That's play on. You can't knock the ball on, but you can knock it back. As this crossfield kick is claimed by Philip Sami, but he is wrapped up very quickly there by the Knights' defense. And that will be a relatively simple handover. So 5 tries, Rudolph. 5 tries, 3 to the Knights and 2 to the Titans. Manuel Snow says Warriors easy win tomorrow. Ooh, I don't know about easy. I think the Warriors win, but I don't know about easy. 5th and last now coming up for the Knights. Croker with a good strong carry. Already got a try tonight. 5th and last, 40 out. That's a high contestable ball. De Groot's under it and does extremely well to take it. $27 remaining in this game. 8 points the difference. And a penalty now to the Titans. High contact. And another piggyback upfield. My leg says I just bet on NRL. Don't really understand the game, but you go for the Dolphins. Very nice. More than happy to help out with explanations, my leg. As the Titans find touch. 5 short from halfway. Here they come. Controlling the second half nicely at the moment, the Titans. And that is tackle 1 just inside Knights territory. Rabbitohs Broncos coming up after this one, of course. We'll be here to bring you all the action. 40 from the line. Brimson down the short side for Fermor. Fermor hit hard by Gagai and Croker. Brimson heading across field again. He's got Campbell. Numbers to the right. If they can get the ball free, De Groot goes through, but he's wrapped up by Fletcher Sharp. The tackle had to be made. Fleece Haas now takes it inside the 20. Offloads. Second phase ball again. Titans, here they come to the left. And Randall spills the ball. The Knights come away with it. Kalen Ponga has the ball in midfield. And that's a little let off there for the Knights. I'm assuming Jamie must have just put the TV back on. 0 tackle. Still 25 to play. 8 points the difference. How crucial might that penalty goal at the very start of the game? It was pretty much the second set of 6. second or third. It was very early in the game, the Knights electing to take the 2. Cogger with a flat pass there to Pierce Paul. Brayley dummies down the short side, goes open for Crossland. 5th and last. 40 out from the line here, the Knights. Cogger puts it high into the corner. Contestable kick taken by I Am de Groot. 24 minutes left to play. Kelly gets away from one. Straightens, loses the ball now. Bats it back, but it's called a knock on. Oh, they might challenge this one. The Titans, they might just challenge this one. And they do straight away. Straight away, they've gone for the captain's challenge. It was called a knock on. The ball spilt out the back. But I think you'll find this will be tackle completed. Loose carry will be the call. And a loose carry is a lost ball no matter what. He's not passing that. Oh, and then he's batted it back. Okay, so he has batted the ball back. It never actually hits the ground. Successful challenge. Well played, Titans. Again, they've got the challenge absolutely right. Player 420, you just got a free pair of Prada sunglasses, so you can't lose. Very nice. Titans stay in possession. So here's what I've got coming up on the next game as the Titans carry it out. So Broncos, Jesse Arthurs. And, oh, here go the Titans in space. Down the left-hand flank. Khan Pereira steps back in field. Kalen Ponga with the try saver. Offloads for Brian Kelly. It might be on here to the right. Back in midfield, Jayden Campbell. 20 meters from the line. Here come the Titans. 5th and last. Brimson kicks for the corner. Sami's there, but it's taken by Marju. Greg Marju, what an effort. Those cheerleaders are so excited, aren't they? Down there in the corner. Incredibly excited. Now a penalty to the Knights. This might be their first of the second half. The Titans over enthusiastic. And they're offside. And they'll get themselves a little lift upfield there. Adam O'Brien still furious in the coach's box. I'll take this opportunity for a quick break and be right back. Here we go. The Knights. 28% possession in the second half. Incredible. Can they make something of this opportunity? Ponga is lined up by Fafita. 5th and last. 30 meters out. Cogger puts it high. Contestable ball, but not a lot of distance. And it's been lost by Fletcher Sharp into the hands of the Titans. And the Titans have it inside their own half now. "21.5 minutes remaining. Eight points the difference. How crucial that penalty goal might just be. Through the hands now, out to the left. Go the Titans. They had success here earlier. But the Knights number up on this occasion. Give me $5. Ahoy, mate. As Fermor, a little hop skippity jump, tries to get some go forward here. Fifth and last. Campbell puts the kick up. It's too heavy, and Ponga will take this in goal for a 7-tackle set. Oh, what a goof.
Gosh.
That was a really poor kick. Kanga XO, have you ever won a wild same-game multi? Quite a few of them. Quite a many of them. Matthew Bacani, ahoy there. Cameron on TikTok, ahoy Cameron. Goated commentator, not paying for KO. Poor KO. Joshua Thompson, ahoy mate, you need Pereira to score. Tackle 2 for the Knights here on halfway. Frizzell takes the short pass. Stands in the 3-man tackle. Now he's brought to ground. 40 meters out. 20 minutes left in this one. Cogger's going to kick here on tackle 3. Space in behind the Titans, but I am de Groot gets back there. Takes the tackle. 12 out from his own line. An early kick. Catching the napping, but not de Groot. Quality fullback work there. Keeps him shut down and keeps the Titans pinned down their own end. And, oh, no, we've got a player staying down. Cam Pereira has stayed down on the ground after contact here. Oh, jeez, come on. Now, that is a clear milk. There's barely any contact there. At worst, it would have been a brush across his nose rather than a hit. It would have been a little brush. If anyone saw the video of Ronaldo Mulatalo for the Sharks when he got that slap in the face from the Tigers, that's exactly what it was. There was absolutely nothing in that. We play on. Tackle 4 now, Titans. It's all right, Josh. He's okay. Cam Pereira's okay. He got a little brush across the nose, that's all. There's a loose offload here for Tino. Tino winds up. And they've kept him very well controlled tonight, Big Tino. 5th and last. The kick from Campbell from inside his own 30. It's straight down the throat of Ponga, and Ponga bobbles it. Oh, God, that was dangerous. 19 minutes to play. The Knights down the short side. Schiller looks to get the fend on. Carries it up over halfway there, James Schiller, and loses the ball. The Titans have forced the mistake. The Knights have once again invited the Titans back down their own end. And this is going to hurt them eventually. You would have to think that surely it doesn't matter if you're playing the top of the table team or you're playing the bottom of the table team or anyone in between. It doesn't matter the opposition. If you present them this many opportunities, they will surely hurt you. And Adam O'Brien knows that if looks could kill, his entire team would be dead right now. 18 minutes to play, 20 points to 12. A scrum down for the Titans on the halfway line. Standing very, very deep. The back line are 10 meters back. Tackle 1. They've lost, only a meter, but still. Standing very deep here, the back line. Here's Regan Campbell-Gillard. Backs into the defense, held up by 3 Newcastle defenders. Regan Tudats. Back down this near side. Campbell onto Brimson. Brimson bends away from 1. He's held up by Gagai. Brought to ground, 30 out. They're lined up to the right here, the Titans. 3 tackles left. Campbell to Tino in midfield. Tino takes the line on. He's tackled on the 20. 2 tackles left. They bring it left. Brimson chips in over the top. Needs the bounce. It's battered dead by James Schiller. Goal line dropout incoming. That's a result for the Titans. Goal line dropout. They are making the Knights work for this. And the Knights, well, they don't seem to really want it. Failing to really close this game out. Ponga goes short with the restart. It finds the 10. It's batted back by the Titans and they dive on the loose ball. Titans ball. 20 out from the line. They will start. A full set of 6. Holy hell. How interesting, shall we say, would a try right here make things with 16 to play. Potawaker in midfield. Sends it on for Campbell. Short pass off the hip for Cleese Haas. Haas loses it out the back. And it's lost forward by Ponga. It's been lost back by Cleese Haas. Ponga knocks it on, trying to collect the loose ball on the ground. It'll be another full set of 6 here for the Titans. They can't even challenge it. Not that they would be successful with the challenge anyway, but they can't even challenge it. $10 out, scrum down. Oh, the Knights, they're barely holding on here. From the scrum, here's Campbell in midfield. Steps, gets the arms free, but nobody to offload to. Tackle 1, 5 out. They go back to the right. Fodawaker on the crash ball. A metre short. Tackle 2. They go right. Campbell, cut out pass. And Jojo for feeder. Half a metre out. One of my boys. Campbell onto Regan Toodads. Spins into contact. Play 4 now. 10 metres out in midfield. Running out of options now. They go left. Fermor beats it on to Brimson, who's up in the line. Calm Pereira pops it back in field to Brimson. But has he lost it? It's gone up as a try. I think he's lost the ball, though. High fives all around, but I don't think this is a try. Calm Pereira into touch before he popped this one away, and it might have gone forward, but the bunker can't rule on the forward. Let's not forget that. Bunker can't rule on forward passes. Calm Pereira on the outside. He's in. He offloads. Brimson scores, and this will be a try. AJ Brimson. The bunker can't rule on a forward pass, and I think it was fine anyway. 20 points to 16, the kick to come. And with 13 minutes to go, this game is well and truly still on. Well, Newcastle, we keep talking about it. You invite the opposition back in. They will eventually take advantage. They have taken advantage, and how crucial does that penalty goal go? How crucial that penalty goal at the start. This will be a sideline conversion attempt from Jayden Campbell. He's taken it back outside the 20. The favoured side for a right-footed kicker. He's hooking it back. He's put it through. It is 20 points to 18. 13 minutes to play. This is anybody's ball game still. Talk about a game of two halves. It was all Newcastle in the first half. It has been all Titans here in the second. Desi obviously gave them a right bollocking at the halftime speech. Rabbitohs Broncos coming up after this one. Friday night footy continues. Nick, the only Greek. I need Calm Pereira or Best or Marju for a try. Jackson Swain says, go Titans. Joshua Thompson says, good game. And if memory serves me correctly, Josh needs Calm Pereira. Mookie says, come on, Titans. Scott Wood says, short dropouts shows they're not fit enough to chase it. 12.5 minutes to play. Titans on tackle 3 now. Campbell takes the line on. And he's wrapped up just outside his own 40. Slow play the ball. Hino takes it over halfway. 5th and last. Campbell from halfway in midfield puts it high to the corner. Contestable ball. Pressure on Marju. Marju does well to take it. Marju spills it. It's there for the Titans. It's a double knock-on call, though, is it? Well, pats on the back. The first one would have been from Marju, though, surely. Marju knocks the ball on, and then it's been knocked on Titans. Double knock-on. But it will be Titans ball. Adam O'Brien just can't believe it. BCT, you need Jojo and Khan. Blue NAF 3, Broncos or Bunnies. Look, I've gone for the Broncos. I've gone for the Broncos with very little confidence, though. Scrum down, Titans. They go right, and they've lost it on play 1. They've dropped the ball on play 1. And it's my boy Jojo Fafita. What a huge, huge let-off. Play 1 from the scrum. Pass number 1 from the scrum. And Jojo Fafita spills his beans. What a goof.
Gosh.
And what a let-off there for Newcastle. D-Funk, ahoy, mate. No tries for Kalen Ponga, no. Oh, wow. I'll tell you what, if I were the coach of either one of these two teams, I would need way more beer. Way more beer. Give me $5, says both teams. Very scrappy. Scrappy do indeed. Thompson to Saifidi. Offloads for Sharp. Numbers to the left here for the Knights. But Sharp with the offload late. Puts space for Gagai to kick back in field. Best, I think it was anyways. Kicks in field for Ponga. Fermore's in the end goal to collect it. And he gets back into the field of play. Bo Fermore with the try saver, and he's hurt. Fermore has stayed down. 9.5 to play. Fermore down in back play with the trainer, but he saved a certain try. The crowd has come to life. The home crowd. But it is the Titans with the ball. Kelly offloads back for Cam Pereira. Heads back into midfield. Tackle 4 now. Potawaker to Campbell. They spread it out wide to the right now. They can't get the ball free for... they can't get the ball free there to Jojo Fafita. 5th and last. Jayden Campbell puts it high. Taken to the back by Schiller. Takes it on the full. And Schiller will return at 8 minutes 45 to play. And Newcastle are in decent field position here, looking to ice this game. Gagai gets away from 2 before he's finally taken down. Taken up over the halfway line now on play 3. And the Knights. Leo Thompson gets up and plays it. Brazil spins away from 1. Taken down now on tackle 4. They stay left. No, they don't. They break away to the right. Saifidi with the settler in midfield. 5th and last. The ball. It goes high into the corner. Everyone stands back and lets it bounce. And it's there for the Knights, but Pierce Paul is wrapped up with it. Can't get the ball free. And that'll be a handover 10 meters out from their own line here. The Titans, 7 minutes 42 to go. 2 points the difference. Rod McGrath, ahoy mate, watching from Vietnam and loving the commentary. Seeing you can't watch it live, 4:36 p.m. and 39 in the sun. Cheers to Vietnam, a place I would love to visit one day. Now, Rod, you've joined us before, if I'm not mistaken, right? Either that or there is coincidentally another Rod from Vietnam that doesn't have access to the game and pops into commentary. 7 minutes left to play, fifth and last here. The Titans from halfway. Campbell skews it off the side of the boot, but it is high and contestable ball. Batted back by Fafita. It's play on here. Titans ball. Beware the second kick. Tino's got it in midfield. Fires the no-looker over to Brimson, who's wrapped up and brought to ground 20 metres out from the Knights line. Challenge, though, from the Titans. I don't know what. This is a challenge out of hope more than anything else. It seemed pretty clear-cut. Oh, they're claiming the ball was touched. Okay, that is the reason for their challenge. They're claiming there was a touch on the ball. And that would be unsuccessful, captain's challenge. Rod, you just got back to the hotel, saw the live, loving it though. Well, that's crazy. There's 2 Rods from Vietnam that jump onto the streams. Small worlds, huh? That's hilarious. Well, welcome along, Rod McGrath. It's like Rod 1 and Rod 2. We've got what's a cool tag team name? The Rods from Vietnam. Our Wasted Water Sports tag team. As the Knights here off the back of that unsuccessful challenge. And the Titans with 6 minutes to play. Nothing to lose anymore. Trying to put in some big hits. And Rod from the Philippines. Ahoy, mate. Mabuhay. Fifth and last, Ponga puts the kick in. And it's taken at the back by I am De Groot. And De Groot heads out. 15 from his own line. 5.5 to play. They're running out of time. Twenty meters out from their own line, the Titans. The offload. Back it goes for Brimson. Brimson puts the foot down. Brimson's taken on the 40. Tackle 3. Tino up to halfway. It's not really the time for a settler. Left they go here, the Titans. What a hit from Saifidi. Jacob Saifidi with the hit. Fifth and last on halfway. Brimson puts this one high. It's a looping ball testing for Kalen Ponga, who backs up and takes it well. Ponga's got it now, just outside his 10. Ahoy there, Snilly. Hang on, that's not Snilla Moline from Intoxigame of Fame, is it? Snilla Moline, Death Run. Greg Marju ruled out with a knee injury. There you go. Lucky for the Knights, it's very late in the contest. Greg Marju out with a knee injury. 4 minutes left to play. It is. Oh, how nice to see you again. Up over halfway go the Knights. Ponga puts the kick in. And it'll be taken at the back by De Groot, unnecessarily jumping in the air. 4 minutes left. Titans ball. They're inside their own red zone, though. And the Knights starting to stiffen up on defense here. Tom Pereira. Tackled 30 meters out. 3.5 minutes to go. What can they come up with? Beau Fermor hit hard, stays down. Fermor looking for the penalty, claiming that he was hit in the mouth. Well, they're trying to Milky Magoo a penalty here, the Titans. Beau Fermor has stayed down. And let's have a look at the replay. Oh, well, in fairness, Ty Pierce-Paul, shoulder to the head. And this probably should be a penalty to the Titans. And it is. Pierce-Paul's on report. Snella Moline, are you still on my Discord server by any chance? I would love to chat with you again. Titans find touch inside Knights territory. This is it. 3 minutes to play. Titans have the ball. 40 out from the line. Tino hands it off inside for Fodawaker. Fodawaker's wrapped up. 30 meters out now in midfield. Play 2. They need a repeat set. They go down the left-hand edge. At space now. The kick in field will sit up for Brimson. AJ Brimson scores. AJ Brimson scores the try. The Titans lead with 2.5 to play. Two and a half minutes to play. And the Titans. This is incredible. Pereira with the kick through. Oh, and he's offside. Is he offside? Brimson might be a step offside here. It's going to get looked at, I'm sure. Try confirmed. Try confirmed. Unbelievable. The try has been confirmed. And the Titans have won. The Gold Coast Titans have won. Still 2 minutes to play, yes. Conversion successful. 2 points added to the total. 24 points to 20. 2 minutes to go. And now the Knights, they have to go short. Newcastle have to go short here. They have to go short. What a finish. Ponga goes short. The ball bounces into touch. Well, why have the Knights even played at this? It's loose out the back and lost over the sideline. It'll be Titans' ball. No touch from the Titans, so the Knights didn't even need to play at that. It was going to go into touch. And that should be the game. 1:20 to go. The Gold Coast Titans. You talk about games of two halves. That was the ultimate game of two halves. Odd Poppet, ahoy, mate. How are you, buddy? Oh, wow. What an incredible What an incredible match. Seriously. Down the short side. They're going to get another one here. The Titans, are they? No. Fifth and last, a meter short. And out of dummy half. Just surrenders the player. The Knights will have one tackle here. One tackle to go the length of the field. Ponga dummies the kick. He's caught with the ball and loses it. The Titans dive on it. Kalen Ponga knocks it on, and the Titans have won. It's over. Kalen Ponga with the spilt ball on full time. Desi can't even believe it. The look on Des Hasler's face in the coach's box sums it up. He can't even believe it. Wow. 24-20, the Titans. Hey, remember what I said. Remember what I said. These games with the bottom of the table teams are low-key smokies for match of the round. Okay, the quality at times might not have been all that great, but tell me that that match did not deliver. Holy hell. 24-20. Full time. All right. Rabbitohs, Broncos coming up after this. YouTube. You should automatically get shuffled over to the new stream. TikTok, Facebook, and Twitch. New stream coming up. We'll be right back for... Sorry, wrong screen. We'll be right back for Rabbitohs, Broncos coming up